pointing out in the front his nitrogenous base. And we don't know what base it is, but it has a particular shape on it. Okay, here we have another sugar phosphate group. We know that this base is different to that one. Not because it's a different colour, but because the shape on the end is different. Now what I would like you guys to do, you've done it automatically by the look of it, is to put yourselves in order. No, not quite. So we want number 1 standing here, and who has number 2? Would you like to come and stand in here? Number 3. Okay, so if you'd all like to link arms with each other. So, right, so now we have 1 strand of our DNA. And we want to have our 2nd strand, you need to link arms. Oops, we've got a bit of a number, we've got a mutation. Okay, link arms. So this is half of our DNA strand. The other people with pieces of card can easily come down and find their right place. Can I just borrow somebody's card for a moment? Okay, because when they bring their cards, it's also got a shape on the end. So what they have to do is try and find the place that matches. Now, obviously, I'm not going to fit there because I don't match. So if those other nucleotides without numbers, not the red ones, the other people, the green and the yellow, you'd like to come down now and see if you can find a place without tripping over Will's table. Where you might fit. Now this is where the base pairing comes into its own, because I don't have to tell them where to go. They automatically know if they're in the right place because their shapes complement each other. So if you guys in this row that's just come down would all like to link together. Okay, link arms. We've now got a little piece of DNA. So it's sitting quietly. This is like the book of recipes when it's closed. Nobody can read the recipe at the moment. So what we want to do is we want to duplicate this little piece, this recipe, so we can pass it on to the next generation of cells. So what's going to happen now is when it's time in the cell cycle for this, before the cell begins to divide, it prepares by making a 2nd piece of DNA to match this. So along comes an enzyme, and the enzyme splits the DNA down the weak bond between the bases. So as I come through, if you guys can take 2 steps backwards. Okay, right back as far as you can go now without tripping over anything, carefully, carefully. So now my DNA is split. It's like I've opened the recipe book and I can now read the recipe. So I'd like all the people with the red cards to come down and find a partner. It can't just be the one you like the lip of, it has to be the one that fits.
Click on your right for the invitation. Smile. Facebook. There's too many benefits, I'm afraid.
Okay. Now, obviously, we're going to have a cramped room. It is cramped inside a cell. Okay, so let me just check. You guys have got found a partner.
Thank you.
Yep. So as you get a red one, at the ones with red, as you stand there, now we've got a few extra nucleotides. Does every one of my original DNA have a new partner? No? So we want a new, no, you don't fit, you can't work? Okay, do we have any spare red ones that have a shape like this? Over here. Pull the one. Pull the one. Come on down. Excellent. So slip it. Now we've got a few nucleotides with red cards and no partner. So we don't need you today. So there's always spare nucleotides floating around looking for a place to be. Okay. Oh, we're missing one here. Which card have you got? Another spiky one. Do we have one with a spiky? No? Oh, we'll borrow you. I'll just give you another. No, I'll give you a different one. I wondered why I had a spare in the bag.